Hello. So, what have I got for you today? Well, I have a phone that I reviewed last year, and I sold it, and then recently I saw one of my friends with it, and it made me, let me try and get this off, made me miss it. So, I went and got myself another one, and I wanted to just go over this beauty and see if in 2020 the LG V20 in 2020 can still cut the mustard. And I will just say right at the beginning, rather than leaving it till the end, is that yes, it can. Okay, now there are some caveats, and so you've got to expect. I mean, this phone came out, I think, 2016, October 2016. So I was looking at GSM Arena there, 2016. So I mean, it's 4 years old. So I got this one on awok.com, or they have an app, Awok, I think it's in Dubai, and you can get them. These are refurbished AT&T single SIM 64 GB with refurbished, so they come in just a box with a charger. 375 reals plus, I think, so say 400 reals with shipping on top, and I think it's a bargain because it's absolutely like brand new. This is the gunmetal version. Just quickly, the specs: 5.7 IPS, 2560 by 1440, is Gorilla Glass 4, is a Qualcomm Snapdragon 820, Adreno 530, and what's the cameras again? The cameras 16 and 18 at the back here, with wide angle lens, and 5 megapixel at the front. Has optical image stabilization. It has the quad core DAC, and of course the V20, you could still change the battery yourself by pulling the back off. So this time, the last one I had was I think it was like kind of silvery one. This one's kind of gunmetal, and look, I think this is one of the best looking phones of all time. It's not that heavy. It's quite big, but it's not very heavy. I just think that it looks brilliant. I really love this, the second screen here, and you can see that I have my name there. Is it in focus? Yeah, you can see I have my name there. I really like that, and it's a shame they didn't carry that on, but anyway. So to remind myself, I did Antutu just to see what the score was, and I mean, it was, look, this is 4 years old, so perfectly respectable, 138,000. Now, guaranteed that most people will not find any have any issue using this phone. For the most part, it works without any, I mean, it's very sprightly. I never really noticed many issues at all. Now I'm just going, because I forgot what version of Android it is. Software info. So Android 7. I'm not sure if there's a well, there certainly wasn't an update for us here. I'm not sure if there's it goes any higher than that, or that there may be a ROM available for you to update it. But anyway, I have no problems with it. I use Nova Launcher on top here. So generally speaking, you're not going to have any issues with it. Now, occasionally you're going to get a bit of lag, or sometimes there's maybe a slight hang, but in general, this is still a absolutely killer phone. I mean, I love it. I really love it. Now, it does have one flaw, and it's quite a big flaw, unfortunately, is the battery. The battery's pretty gruesome. Okay, it's I think it's 3 where's that battery? 3, I saw it somewhere, hold on, sorry, removal 3.2. It's a 3200 mAh battery, and it really is not big enough for this phone. It'll get you, if you're relatively mid, not heavy use, but in the middle, maybe you're going to get about 6 hours. If you're heavy use, you can see that going maybe to 4 hours, 5 hours. You can eke it out a bit, I suppose, by doing some battery saving stuff. So the battery is the battery that comes with it is not the best, okay, but there is hope, as there always is. You can buy bigger batteries. Now you can get, I've ordered from eBay, I think it's just under 5000 mAh battery, which is the same profile as the battery here, so it doesn't need a special back or anything like that. It will fit in the case, no problems. And you can get bigger batteries that come with a back that clip on, so it makes the case obviously more bulky. Or you can get one of these external kind of cases batteries. So I mean, there are options. It's just that the battery that it comes with is not the best. But really, that is to me is the only negative about this phone. Everything else I really love. Of course, it has the phone head. It has the headphone jack. The DAC in there, quad DAC, and I've been I haven't reviewed these headphones yet. I'm going to review them very quickly because there's not much to review, but I've been using them with wired headphones, and the sound is brilliant. And I remember the last V20 that I had using wired over-ear headphones. The sound was just phenomenal as well. It's a beast, and I tell you, this is the perfect phone for those not wanting to carry a tablet, especially for traveling. I mean, you pay 400 reals for this now for traveling. You can use it as an ebook. It's a kind of tablet replacement. You can store movies, music. I mean, it's a total moving mobile entertainment state. You don't even have to have a SIM card in there. It's an entertainment station that fits in your hand. But I really like the screen. It's a brilliant screen. The feel of it is slippy. So I put this. The reason I hate putting cases on, but I was worried, and I just got this kind of cheap, it's more grippy, from souk.com. It's got so anyway, it's like a back cover. It just gives you a bit more grip because it is pretty slippy. And you will see on here it looks like a rather poorly applied screen protector, but again, with my kids, I was just worried. And I ordered this from Souk, and God knows it did say LG V20 on the pack. When I opened it up, the screen protector is, I don't know, it's definitely not for a V20. It's a pain in the butt, but anyway, it is what it is, and it does what I want it to do until my kids go, and I might just remove it. My kids are going on vacation, so I might remove it when they're gone. So yeah, the camera's excellent. Look, okay, remember it's 4 years old, so there's going to be not up there with the latest iPhones and Samsung, etc., but it's still really good. Video is brilliant. I thought the quality of the voice when being recorded is really good, and making calls, something I don't really talk about that much. Making calls is the sound quality is really good. Now, for a lot of people, I'm not sure if this came as a dual SIM, but for a lot of people, certainly in the Gulf, dual SIM is really what they want. So with the price that you're paying with this, you're not going to get that, and I'm just not sure if you could find a dual SIM one available. There could be, I just don't know. So I mean, you just have to be buyer beware that it is, but it does take an SD card, so you can increase that storage. I still really like the power button on the back, and obviously it's fingerprint scanner. I really like this setup. I just think for me it's better than being at the front. I just really like it, and when I'm looking at this phone, I feel happy to use it. It just looks good. I love this wee screen up here. Everybody knows about the secondary screen where you can put some shortcuts, try to see if it's in focus or whatever. You know, I just really like it, and I know that the V10, which was the previous model to this, had that as well, and I'm going to look at some point, if I've got some extra cash, I'm going to look for the V10 as well, just to have a look at it and do a review of it at some point, because I fancy it. And really nearly every LG phone that I've used I have actually enjoyed, and they do some kind of unusual things, and maybe some people say a bit quirky, and I know sometimes the phones have a bit of issues, but all phones have a bit of issues. I just think that they have produced some really cool phones, and I mean, here this one is definitely up there, and especially with this removable back, this all kind of metal body finish. And I did read that the reason, or that this removable back also could help absorb if you dropped it, because it will usually spring off and it absorbs some of the drop, and hopefully don't crack your glass. I'm not going to try that, but that's what I'd read somewhere or saw a video or something like that. App wise, everything works really well, and as I said, I have not had any problems at all with it. So I really just wanted to share my thoughts with about the LG V20 in 2020, and for those of us who appreciate like really good tech, cool phones, that kind of thing, and we don't mind suffering sometimes a wee bit of performance, you're not going to notice it much. This is definitely worth 400 rials, which is just over like £100, over $100, something like that. This is a brilliant phone, so don't take my word for it. Get your money out your wallet, go buy it. That's it. Bye.